I know every day can feel pretty heavy. Getting out of bed in the dark and gloomy weather, raining every day, your music's shit, your work is shit, your connections are not where you want them to be with your family or your friends. You haven't got love, you're looking for someone that you want to care for you, but you haven't found it yet. Life can be fucking hard, let me tell you. And every day can be painful when you're suffering with anxiety and depression. But let me tell you, you can make it over the hurdle. You can overcome anxiety and depression without the need of doctors or psychiatrists. I am a perfect example of someone that sought help, needed some advice, and I went to the doctors, the NHS in the UK. Within 5 minutes of me describing how I felt, and bear in mind, I did this before anxiety was like an epidemic that we're going through now. This is way back, like 8 years ago. And I finally realized I had a serious issue. So I took myself to the doctors. And bear in mind, I hadn't spoken to anyone about this because no one knew about anxiety at the time. Within 5 minutes, or no one was openly talking about it at the time. And this is before social media really impacted everyone in a more negative way. So I went to the doctors and I described them my issues, my sensations, my feelings. I was 22 and I realized I had some issues. Within 5 minutes, they told me I have anxiety and maybe borderline depression. And their solution was medication. That was it. So after leaving the doctors with a prescription to go to the pharmacy to get my potentially lifelong subscription to medication to the pharmaceutical industry, which she had told me that potentially these drugs might not work and I might have to try more and I might have to try more until we find the right thing that fits you. I looked in, so I wasn't satisfied with what she told me. I wasn't satisfied with using drugs as a solution to my problem because I realized what I had was an internal problem. Lack of love, lack of direction. I wasn't caring for myself. I had no purpose. I was losing connection to myself and my friends. And I wasn't good for anyone or myself. But instead of using drugs, I was going to the doctors. I was going to the pharmacy with my subscription to life for drugs from the big pharma. And I ripped it up and I put it in the bin. From that day, I said, I'm not gonna depend on pharmaceutical drugs in order to be happy and be positive with my life. So from that day forth, I took a new direction. And it's been 8 years of me self-developing, finding purpose, taking care of my diet, incorporating fitness into my life, having a vision for the future, and incorporating many healthy practices in my life. For example, meditating, exercise, reading, journaling, finding things that I'm passionate about. Why didn't the doctor ask me about these things? Where was this conversation with the people that we trust? They didn't talk to me about any of that. Right now, I'm in the best state I've ever been in. I'm 30 years old, and I feel happy with who I am. And I might not have everything perfect in order right now with myself or where I want to be with my life, but I'm loving the journey. And every day, I feel like I'm in a state of bliss. And I'm so grateful and I'm so proud that I didn't take pharmaceutical drugs to fix my issues, because you don't need it. And I'm the example of someone that didn't take it. And now I feel good. And it's not too late for you. It's not too late to make changes. It's not too late to make a massive turnaround in your life, just like I did. And yes, maybe you're already taking pharmaceutical drugs to help with what you have. But it means you're not taking the action that you need to in your life to actually feel fulfilled, because you're depending on something external when, again, the problem is internal. So just know you're not alone out there, and there are people that can help. And you do not need to go to the psychiatrist. You do not need therapy. You do not need to spend money. And you do not need to take pharmaceutical drugs to fix your problems.